I've been a baseball fan my entire life. I've basically been a White Sox fan, so I've been to probably about 15 White Sox games, a couple Brewer games, Cardinal games. But when my uncle came up to me and asked me if I'd want to go to a Cubs game with him and his son, I was a little iffy about it. Being a White Sox fan, you never want to see the Cubs do good. You don't want to really go into that stadium. It's kind of uncharted territory. You don't want to go there. But when he asked me, I thought I'd go see a new stadium, get a new experience that way. He told me that they do not have tickets, but we were going to go to the game and scalp, which is buying tickets from people that are selling on the streets. They either are selling the tickets because they don't want them, or they have an extra ticket they just want to get rid of, make some money off of, so they're not just pocketing the money. So we get up that next morning, probably around 5 o'clock. We get into the car, and we're off. I've only been to the south side of Chicago, where the White Sox is. So we're going to the north side of Chicago. I've never been to, but I heard it's really nice. Which south side of Chicago is kind of dangerous to be around. The White Sox stadium is basically in the middle of nowhere. So we go over to the north side. We park our car, and it's kind of a new experience for me. There's a ton of restaurants, people walking all around, bands playing, a ton of loud noises, people screaming for open the doors of the game. So we get out of our car and start walking towards the stadium. There's a ton of people around trying to sell their tickets. There's some people that look like, oh, I don't know if I can trust this person. And then there's some people that look credible enough that where we could buy the tickets from. We ended up finding this guy who did look credible, and we asked him how many tickets he had. Coincidence, he had 3 tickets. Right down the first base line, perfect tickets. So we looked at the tickets, looked Ticketmaster, it said on it, so they looked perfect, they looked real. So we buy the tickets, we start walking towards the stadium. We want to get in early so we can get something to eat, look around, walk around the stadium, maybe meet some of the players. So we get up to the gate and there's a line of people, so we have to wait in line, we have to wait our turn. The line starts moving slowly, we finally get up to the front of the line. I am in front of my uncle and my cousin. I hand the person my ticket. It didn't make the same beeping noise as all of the other tickets. It made kind of a buzzing noise. They pull us to the side, and over comes a couple security guards. They told us that the tickets we bought were fake. So over comes an undercover cop. He knew that we weren't just trying to get in the game. He knew we bought the tickets. So he wanted to know who sold us the tickets. We looked around for about a half hour. We couldn't remember what the guy looks like, and the chances were the guy was gone. He got his money, and he was going back to his house or wherever he was from. So we had to pocket that money and go buy other tickets from scalpers who were professionals. They have licenses to scalp tickets outside the stadium. So we bought those tickets, and at the end of the day, it all worked out. We got inside the stadium, and we were right in front of my uncle's friend who was also going to the game. So at the end of the day, it all worked out. We got to see the Cubs play, but that just shows that if you're going to go to a baseball game, plan ahead of time, get your tickets ahead of time, and start planning at least a month in advance. Because something like this could happen. There's a lot of bad people out there that will just take your money, and if you plan ahead of time, this won't happen, and you'll go to a baseball game, and I'm sure you really enjoy it.